Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about what direction I think the market is heading and why I think it's actually a good thing if Trump fires Jerome Powell. So before we get into the video, be sure to like it if you enjoy it. Be sure to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm trying to post daily. I just took a little break right now, but now we're back on the daily posting. So yeah, guys, if you want to support this journey, please join it. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So we can see today, let's just check the portfolio over the past week. We could see we're down 2.5%. Good day today, but we can see we've been down the past month. It's been, a rough little bit for the portfolio right here. Definitely, stocks are down. But what I want to talk about is the presidency right now, and there's been a lot of talk that the chairman for the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, might actually get fired, which would be kind of insane because he's not lowering interest rates fast enough. And that would be, a pretty interesting reason to fire someone, because if he did lower interest rates faster, the economy could collapse. He's not lowering them slowly because he wants to. It's kind of because, kind of a situation where he has to for the economy to stay afloat and do what it's been doing. So now we see the president ramps up attacks on Powell, demands loser Fed chair lower rates now. So you can see that the president he reached up his pressure campaign on Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, calling him a major loser and warning the U.S. economy could slow down unless interest rates are lowered immediately. So preemptive cuts in interest rates are being called for by many, and claim that there's currently virtually no inflation in the U.S. and that costs for energy and most other things are on the decline. So this is kind of a true statement. Inflation has slowed down, but I also think that if he lowers interest rates too fast, definitely a market, more than a market crash could happen. And we can see that there's kind of just a lot of back and forth going on about him kind of wanting to, fire him. And then we could see that the stock market already reeling from heightened uncertainty and other concerns stemming from the administration's sweeping tariff plans sank farther Monday morning. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the market. That's why when we look at something like the VIX, these kind of, indexes thrive right now. Today's been a decent day, but you see like the past 3 months it's up 100% because of how uncertain the market is. And that's what happens. Like look at these. Usually it just rests around this $18 mark, but then when uncertainty does rise, then the stock price tends to rise as well. So definitely been a lot of uncertainty recently. We can see that reflected in the VIX. A lot of volatility in the market, which is what the VIX reflects. That's what it's trying to portray. And then it's just a kind of a lot of talk about the president kind of ramping up his him wanting to fire the Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell. You guys probably know him. He's the one that comes out and announces that we're cutting interest rates by, 25 basis points. Sometimes they raise interest rates, He's the one that speaks on behalf of the Federal Reserve. So he's kind of a big player in making the stock market move. Honestly, he's the one that kind of controls the U.S. economy, or he's the voice of it. And I think that, I know that the market will react very negatively if he gets fired. If he gets fired, then the market will drop a lot very fast. And I don't think it's that far out of the question for him to get fired. I don't think it will happen, but I do think it's a good thing for us long-term investors. Unless you're in retirement or or you're nearing retirement, I think it's great if Jerome Powell gets fired, because this sets up an opportunity. And then let's say they hire someone else and he, rapidly lowers interest rates and then the market crashes. I think that this is very good because, this will set up to be one of the biggest crashes in history, I think. If this does go through, I think that, it'll be one of the biggest. We can see right here, the largest single day percentage decline is 22.6%. I think it could fall by that much or more, which is kind of insane. That doesn't happen. As you can see, it's happened once. But then you can see like other days right here, the market fell roughly 25% over those 2 days. And these are all from a very long time ago. But then we can see right here, the single day point declines all occurred the first 6 months of 2020. And we can see the largest single point decline in the Dow occurred on March 16th, 2020, when it fell by 12.9%. and the S&P fell 12%. So I definitely think that, the 10 to 20% in one day question isn't really that far out of proportion. I think that could definitely happen, and this is kind of just some statistics on the market, kind of when a big event did happen. We can see like Black Monday was a really big one, the dot-com bubble crash. There's just a lot of them, and then obviously the Rona. That was definitely a big one. The global financial crisis, definitely a big one as well. I mean, there's a lot of crashes over the years you can see, and some of them happen closer to others than, like this one, the dot-com bubble, and then the '08 financial crisis. These happened within 6 years of one another. But then you can see before that, there wasn't one for about 15 years, and then before that, there wasn't one for like 60 years almost. And then you can see right here, it's been 12 years, and now it's been about 5 years. So I think that enough time has passed where the market is in a spot where it could fall. It could fall a lot, and I think that there's a lot going on right now, a lot of uncertainty that is, obviously reflected in the indexes and in the stock prices. We can see right here that, SPY's up today a lot, but we could see even just past week down 2%, past a month down 8%, past 3 months down 13%. So, that's not the way you want to start off the year, down 10% in the S&P. I mean, this thing usually returns 10% a year, but we can see that this has been very good over the past 5 years. It's outpaced what it usually does, to say the least. And that's great. I mean, that's what we look for in the market. We want, stocks to do better than they're even supposed to do. But we can see right now it's kind of in a major correction. It was up 115%. Now it's only up 86%. So it's kind of down 30% from that all-time high, as we can see right there. Or not quite 30%, but it's down 30% in gains, you could say. But yeah, from $600 to, in the fives now, it definitely has been a big drop. But I think that, this and him firing of the Jerome Powell would definitely make it even a bigger drop. And I don't see that like that far out from what can actually happen. This article was a good one. It was, what if the president fires Chairman Powell? And yeah, he's escalated his long-running criticism of the chair. And playing politics, Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. If I want him out, he'll be out of there real fast, believe me. This is a lot of talk, but I also think that it can happen. I think that who they bring in will depend a lot, but I think that this could be a great thing for people that want to buy stocks at lower prices. And we can see the U.S. bonds risk premium. It's pretty low right now, but it's getting very low and then it's kind of creeping back up. But yeah, I mean, this article wasn't that crazy, honestly, but the market impact, I just wanted to highlight this, that investors value stability and predictability highly. If Chair Powell were fired, it would likely prompt a violent reaction against U.S. assets, encouraging money to flee abroad. And there's confidence in the Feds to resolve, or waning confidence in the Feds' resolve to curb inflation could lead bondholders to demand an increased risk premium to hold treasuries. That makes sense. Pushing a medium to long dated bond yields, that would be great if you guys do invest in bonds. I'm not sure. I don't, but definitely if you do have a lot of money and want that, guaranteed return, great place to put your money. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things saying that, obviously it would kind of, give a very negative reaction if the head chairman for the Federal Reserve was fired, because there's a lot of uncertainty in that. And that's why I think it's good to, hold your stocks, the same ones you're holding right now. The ones I've been talking about, they're making a comeback. I mean, we can see Nike since when I talked about it. I've been talking about it for a while. But I've been heavily talking about it when it was, in the 50s, 52. It's already 57. You might have already made 10% on that. I hope you did. I'm down all the time. I'm definitely buying more Nike. SoFi looking great. Celsius is one. I talked about this one when it was a lot less. It was right after earnings even. And, I'm a good on this one right now, 38%. I'm hoping to see a lot more eventually. But definitely love that company. I've been seeing a lot of that recently. And yeah, I mean, you guys can see the stocks I'm holding. AMD is still very cheap in relation to when I bought it at first. But look at how cheap it is. It reached the 70s. If I could have gotten it in the 70s, that would have been nice. But I'll take it at 86 too as well. Definitely dollar cost averaging down for my AMD position. That's something I'm trying to do very fast for AMD. Also, Amazon is just very cheap. I mean, I'm down 11-12% all time on Amazon. This is a stock that's not a lot. The very volatile market. I haven't, this is how it usually is in these years, but I haven't seen anything like this in a while. So yeah, I mean, I'm very happy with all my positions. I definitely want to put some more down. I got Meta at a great price, down 3% right now. Don't have that much in it, I'm not gonna lie, but I am definitely gonna get that to one of my top positions. I do want to have Amazon, Meta, and AMD kind of main positions in the portfolio. All these other companies are great. I love Nike. I want Nike to be up there as well. And then yeah, I mean, kind of, and then some penny stocks I talked about. Those are performing well as well. This one right here, the Honest Company. This one, I mean, it's been as low as in the threes. We're looking at $4.50 right now, and also Fubo. This one is one I talked about recently. Still hovering around that $3 range, but yeah, hey, I think that that's a very good stock. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of the video. I just wanted to tell you guys that I think it's a good thing if Powell gets fired. If you're in my position where you want to buy stocks for even cheaper, I definitely invest a lot more money into the market very quickly. And I think that also, or the Russell 2000, the iShares Russell 2000 Growth ETF. I don't hate it. This one right now because of how beat down these stocks have been. I mean, not up nearly as much. I think that I don't hate this play. They were up, but I mean they've dropped a lot. But yeah, I mean the market cap weighted index of small caps. I definitely think that small caps have a big things in the future for them. So that's why I definitely am into the small caps right now. I think that this would be a really really good one to put your money in. And then also even a leveraged one I believe in, just for this short term right here, I wouldn't hate, because we could see the past year we're down 3%. It was up around 25, so we go down 28% from all-time highs. It's, pretty noticeable. But yeah, there's a lot of stocks to put your money in, not a lot of money, a lot of places to put it. But yeah, there's a lot of places to put your money, and I think that if he does get fired, it would be good for the market. Long term, short term, definitely a big drop, but getting in when it drops like that is what makes wealth, what makes millionaires. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy this content and you want to see more of it. Also subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. We're at 120 subscribers right now. Amazing. I really appreciate you guys for subscribing. It means the world to me. And also comment down below what stocks you guys want to see me cover, or what videos you want to see me make. I'd love to do, a debrief of a stock you've been looking into or thinking about. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.